So today, the latest episode of Helluva, Season 2, Episode 10 released. Like usual, I'll give a quick synopsis of what happens in the episode and then move on to discuss my thoughts on it. So the episode carries on from Apology Tour with Blitz coping with the fact that Stolas and him broke up. As a result, he blows all the company funds on random nonsense, and the entire place is a mess. Blitz and Millie are hired by a demon to go to the human world and visit a mansion run by a ghost. We get some Scooby-Doo-esque scenes of Millie and Blitz messing around in the mansion while Blitz gets tormented by the ghost. We get a flashback of how Millie and Blitz met and them starting up the IMP business. The ghost possesses Blitz and he fights Millie. Millie beats Blitz up and knocks the ghost into the water and Blitz electrocutes him. They head home while Moxie tries to do the paperwork and makes one mistake, so he freaks out. Luna puts him in front of the TV to watch the ghost TV show from earlier while eating some ice cream. The episode ends. So with the synopsis covered, it's time to get into my thoughts. Right off the bat, John Waters' performance as Rolando was fantastic. He really fit the role and it was interesting to see this ghost character torment Blitz. Since he's presumably from the Envy Ring, he was powerful in water and this tied to his death, with Blitz electrocuting him. I think my favourite aspect of the episode was the all-round character development and world building, the star of the show being Millie. We finally found out how she met Blitz and the creation of the IMP business. Millie's an interesting character because like most imps, she suffers with self-worth issues since they're at the bottom of the hierarchy. It's cute that she joined Blitz's business because he's one of the few imps to have a business and try to break the status quo. It's wonderful world building. Blitz as well got a ton of development. Rolando used his past against him, which created some legitimately heart-wrenching scenes, like seeing his mother burn alive and all of the various evil versions of Millie. This mixed with the horror made this episode stand out from the rest. It reminded me a lot of the latest episode of The Digital Circus. It was a great change of pace. On the topic of pace, I thought the episode's pacing was spot on. Clocking in at 27 minutes, I didn't feel the episode drag at all and the main plot felt quite focused. The fight scenes were amazing and reminded me a lot of Season 1, especially the first Dorks episode. The choreography was perfect and it reiterated that Millie is a way better fighter than Blitz. It also helped to emphasize her role in the group. Blitz uses his quick thinking skills to electrocute Rolando, while Millie has that raw strength and fighting power. If Rolando had perhaps controlled Millie instead, maybe Blitz would have struggled to beat her. I also loved the varying dynamics seen throughout. Millie and Blitz work really well as a pair once Blitz stops messing around, and Luna and Moxie are surprisingly a good match. The end scene was especially cute, with Luna giving Moxie a break from the paperwork and some ice cream. It again just highlights that each group member have their own specialties, so that's why they work so well together as a team. The animation was great as usual, and there was no complaints with that or the audio balancing. And now onto the things I disliked. First off, I thought the first third of the episode relied too heavily on the sex jokes. Every other line has some sort of sex joke or swear. I'm fairly certain this was deliberate as a way to contrast between the latter half of the episode where it has those emotional horror moments, but I was gritting my teeth a bit at the start. The dialogue and writing was just really poor at the start, which was a shame because the rest of the episode was fantastic. I don't think this was big enough to impact my overall rating of the episode, but it just felt a bit unnecessary in my opinion. Music-wise, I think this episode was lacking a bit, with only 2 background tracks playing, the first during the Scooby-Doo scene and again at the very end. The first one just felt pretty mediocre, where the last one was a neat joke since it was voiced by Erica Henningsen and she was singing about a hotel. So overall, what do I think? I really like this episode and I think it's definitely one of the stronger ones of Season 2 so far. It has a good blend of world building, character development and genuinely spooky themes. The horror aspects work surprisingly well, so I hope they make more scary episodes in the future. The issues I had with the episode were quite minor too, so they didn't hold it back at all. So what do you think? Did you miss the longer episodes? Let me know down below.